So students, this is our first introduction class of flowchart. So here I gave you the definition of flowchart. Flowchart is a graphical representation of the sequence of operations in information system or in program. So flowchart is nothing but a flow of information will flow from one end to another end. Information system flowchart shows how data flows from one source document through the computer to final distribution to users. Information system, there are two types it's given. One is information system and one is given as program. So first here it is explaining that information system is what. In information system, the data flow from the source content or source system to the distribution to the user. It means from the source place it goes to the destination user. But in program, as all of us are learning about the program, we are going to utilize the flowchart for programs. So this part you concentrate. In program, flowchart shows the sequence of instructions in a single program or subroutine. Fine. How the instructions are flowing from one side to another side, and it is getting processed in between, and it is producing the result. That is what nothing but the flowchart is going to explain for the program point of view. Fine. Here I made a simple definition of flowchart. That is what? Actually, flowchart is a pictorial diagram of a program. If we want to be master of program, we want to be a program developer, then we have to know flowchart very much nicely. As much as stronger we become in flowchart, we will become stronger in that part of means in that point of view for program. Fine. Now going next, as I told, flowchart is nothing but collection of symbols, collection of symbols. So here 5 symbols are given, we need to notice them. So the first symbol is oval, which we can use for start and ending the flowchart. We can start the flowchart from this symbol as well as we can end the flowchart from this symbol. So here it is written an oval represent a start or end point. Fine. Thereafter arrows given. There is no sequence for all this. We can write anyone first, anyone next, not an issue. So there is arrow. So what the arrow is drawn, here the arrow is drawn to right side. We can draw the arrow to left side, to up side and to down as well. So there are 4 arrows it should be. So a line is a connector that shows the relationship between representative shape. So as in flowchart we have to draw so many shapes. So which side the flow is moving, which side the flow is going or forwarding. So how we will know without providing an arrow, either left or top or down or right, which side it is moving. That is what can be known with this arrow. So this is a arrow symbol, arrows. So there are input and output. For input and output we can use parallelogram box. Fine. It is little curved rectangle. So a parallelogram box represent input or output. See, for every program there will be input, and after that input get processed, the output will be produced. Fine. For input and for output we can use this symbol. This is the single symbol, individual symbol, which can be used not only for input but also for output as well. Now regarding the process, for process there is a different symbol, that is rectangular symbol. The rectangular symbol represent the process. So whenever any kind of process we did in a flowchart, for example C equal to A plus B, total equal to A plus B, total equal to salary multiplied by bonus divided by 5, any kind of process, I gave you some example here. So that has to be specified within this rectangular box. Then at last, most important is decision box. Decision box is a diamond shaped box. Okay, it is written here, a diamond indicates the decision box. Whenever in a flowchart we supposed to take some decision, we supposed to take some condition comes and we have to take a decision for that. So in that case we will use this symbol, and there is a note for that, that decision box, each decision box must have 1 input and 2 output. every decision box must have one input. One input means one arrow should go inside the decision box and two arrows should come from the decision box. Fine. So I'm just drawing and showing you. Just check please. If I'm taking here the decision box, yeah, this is the decision box. Fine. So there will be one arrow which will move inside the decision box, one arrow which will move inside the decision box, and there will be two arrows which will come out from the decision box, which is very much mandatory. I wrote as must now, so it is mandatory only. Fine, students. So this is how the box means the design has to be: one input and two output. Fine, and one output will be as positive or yes, and other one will be negative or no. Fine, either you specify here y or here you specify here no. Fine, or here is this side you can give yes and the other side you can give no. So in my tutorial what I did, now the yes side I gave the color as green so that students easily can understand this is yes, and the other side, the no side, I use the color red so that student can understand this is no side. Suppose a question comes a greater than b, a question comes, it is asking in question that is a greater than b. If the a is greater, then it will come this side. If the b is greater, then it will come this side. Understood? I can change also, I can alter also, I can do this side yes, I can do this side yes, and this side I can do no. Fine. Once one side can be yes and the other side can be no, negative or no. You cannot put both the side as yes or both the side as no. So this is a very important rule which we need to remember. I'm saying it again. Every decision box has one input and two output, and one output will be as positive and the other output will be as negative. That is must in a flowchart. Hope all of you understood about the concept of flowchart. Fine.